Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we'll be reviewing the Stone Dirty Fish Snowboard. That's right, new brand for us to review out of France. You should check them out. This board's only available in 152, I think. I honestly don't know, they didn't send me a catalog. This board has a setback directional cam rocker. Basically, you got camber through the insert pack to the tail, and you got this huge rocker out in the nose, which gives it better float and powder, easier entry into turns, and you get the snap and pop of traditional camber underfoot. I rode this board in the spring in Arapahoe Basin. It had overcast skies. There was hot pow on the ground, hot pow falling from the skies. There was some humidity, it was warmer temps. Basically, it was typical spring conditions in Colorado, and I rode this board with my K2 Thraxis boots and my K2 Indy bindings. Alright, so this is clearly directional. What you have is a soft and loose nose where that rocker zone is. When it hits the camber zone, it progressively and aggressively stiffens back up towards the tail. There is pretty much no torsional flex in this board. This board is stiff underfoot and loose in the nose. And even that, like, I wouldn't even count that. This board is just fucking stiff for what it is. You just need to know that. This board is also very lively. You will feel everything with it. It does not dampen anything. I mean, at speeds, this nose looks like a bird about to take flight. It's just flapping and it's chattering right back underfoot. This board, you feel everything with it. And I mean everything. This board has solid snap. Just gonna leave it at that. You do have to be more calculated and precise with how you load that camber profile up. The good thing is the way the tail sits with that V-notch in there, or that mellow swallowtail, it gives a flat platform to really just engage and springboard right off. But, as I said, the camber profile, you have to be aggressive to load it up. This board takes a lot out of you. You will notice that right away. The nose creates an optimal platform for buttering up. The tail, not so much. Not going to talk about that. Basically with the nose, come in hot, pop a 180, put all your weight over it, press into it, feel it lock in, snap right back out, pop another 180, continue on your way. That's what you got to do with this board. So how does this thing carve? It's got two strong suits. Short, tight, quick carves, or hard, long, drawn-out ones. There's no torsional flex, so steering this thing and just engaging it when you're carving takes more effort than you would think. I mean, it's almost non-existent. This is one of those boards that doesn't matter how hard you push into it, it's not going to do what you want with it. It's really, honestly, not that best at carving. This is something you want to get this thing in fresh snow. The board is quick edge to edge, so don't worry about the width of it. But when you are on edge, as this is very lively, you feel everything. You're going to take a pummeling in your knees. So make sure you keep your knees bent, because when you go into anything, shock waves, just that board is just going like this through it. There's just no dampening, and it just wants to bend with anything it hits. Basically, if you can carve, you're probably fine on that. If you cannot carve, you're going to die. Who's this board for? Someone that wants a volume shifted powder board. Probably more for wide open pow than anything else. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys about this board is do not trust the reference stance. It seems like the front insert pack is just too far forward for it to really engage. You want to slam it all the way back. That's what I did. That changes how this board rides. It actually made it rideable. When I had it off the reference stance and I was more forward, this thing was just one of the worst things I've ever been on. Like, I couldn't engage it. It just took so much effort. I was really pushing it, just trying to drive it. It just didn't do what I wanted to. But the second I slammed it back, that ride completely changed. And as you can tell with the review, it wasn't a bad ride once I did that. But everything before that, I pretty much had to be like, oh, fuck that. I'm not dealing with it. So just be prepared for that. I mean, I will say that I wish this board had more torsional flex to it, and I also wish it was a little more damp, because you feel everything in it. Just completely feel everything. Comparable boards: the Nidecker Mosquito, the Weston Carbon Backwoods, the Jones Ultra Mind Expander, because it's that stiff. This has been my review of the Stone Dirty Fish. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Have you even heard of this brand before? Make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we've got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really want to support us, you want to see us grow out what we're doing over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I've got a whole video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.